Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and to another video. So I thought I would do an autumn cleaning series and I hope that you enjoy it. If this is your first time around here, hi, my name is Claire, I'm a mum of 3 and my channel is all about real life mum life videos. I do grocery hauls every week, I do a lot of meals of the week videos, I'm a working mum, so I don't have all the time in the world to do home cooking from scratch all the time. I have 3 fussy children. I have neurodiverse children, things going on in my house. So that plays in a lot into what we eat as well. So if that's sort of your world too, then please stick around, follow our journey. I do day in the life videos, weekly vlogs, family days out, all sorts. So if you like that sort of thing, I'd love it if you would consider subscribing to the channel and go and check out some of my other videos. I also have channel membership for people to get early access to my videos if they want to, but all my videos will be made public. I schedule all my content as far in advance as I can, basically. So I'm a self-employed cleaner and I'm a mum, so I'm a unpaid cleaner as well while I'm at home. But I thought that if you guys would be interested, I will do an autumn cleaning series because the kids have just gone back to school and I do feel like that is a kind of new year for mums, isn't it? It's the start of a new term, well, a new school year really. There's me just shouting down to my husband to let him know I've made him a drink. So yeah, I thought we would do that, and today we're going to start off with the bedrooms. Last night I changed my sheets, so I don't need to do that, and when we got back from holiday last week I cleaned the windows, so that's one thing that I don't need to do today, but I have made my bed. Now, as I go through and do these cleaning videos, I will also be decorating my house for autumn because we are now in September and I have a pink plush pumpkin to put on my bed every year and I absolutely love it. Right, I'm going to do a bit of a disclaimer here and just say I'm sorry if you can hear my family in the background. We are all home and this is real family life while I'm doing a voiceover. So I will try and keep it as professional as possible, but I can't promise you won't hear children and my husband blowing his nose in the background because he still has his cold from after we got back from holiday. He brought a cold home from holiday with him. So I am going around with my long-handled duster that has seen better days, to be honest. I need to get a new one. And I'm just doing all the high-level dusting because we've been away and like spidery time of year, cobwebs get everywhere. It's amazing how much dust accumulates when you have dark furniture, even when you've not been here for 18 days. So I'm just going around all like the openings of the windows and getting rid of any cobwebs there, along the top of my TV and behind it and above my tall cabinets that are either side our Kallax unit and our chest of drawers. All of our bedroom furniture, apart from our wardrobe, is from IKEA. We love IKEA furniture, so useful. And then you mustn't forget to dust the blind as well. There was a cobweb on here and then I found a real live spider in there, which I put out the window. So we're not in the business of killing spiders in this house any longer. I've conquered my fear, mostly. So yeah, I am just finishing off all the high level dusting. I'm going to dust the top of my wardrobe, which gets notoriously dusty, and put my big bum on screen for everybody to see on the internet. That picture you can see behind you, the 3-tiered one, I have to be careful dusting that because the last time I did this, it came flying off the wall, scratched my wardrobe and a pane of glass broke in it. So I very tentatively dust that. But let me know in the comments if you do kind of an autumn spring clean as well, or if you are excited to see some autumn spring cleaning from me. So, you know that thing that I just said about my children playing in the background? Well, I apologise if you hear them fighting as well because they have just been having a bit of a fight just before I started continuing this voiceover. So, apologies if you do hear them yelling at each other. I've now come to hide in my children's bedroom to do this portion of the voiceover because my husband is now occupying our bedroom. So, I dusting the rest of the room. This is a job that I don't get to do often enough. If I'm honest, dusting, I'd like to do it once a week. When I had really small children and I was at home, I used to give the place a quick dust every day because I found that my anxiety was less. But as they've gotten bigger and I've gone back to work, I don't know how, honestly, I used to have the time. I used to have more time to dust than I do now. I literally just don't have the time anymore now I'm back at work. The children are bigger. They are ironically making more mess than they ever have. So it's something that I've had to learn to live with, especially having dark furniture. I think if we had like oak coloured furniture, like some of my clients do, it just wouldn't show. But we do like dark furniture, me and my husband. We have dark furniture in the living room, in our room, light furniture in the children's room, and the hallway's lighter, and then our kitchen and bathroom. I love our kitchen and bathrooms. And you just kind of have to learn to ignore it, basically. It's just, it is what it is. I do the dusting as often as I can, but as long as I'm on top of the laundry, which I'm not today, the Hoover goes round every day. I have one of those robot Hoovers, which is insanely helpful because it means I only have to get the big Hoover out and do the edges once a week, which you'll see in a minute. I get the big Hoover out, but I have already hoovered these edges the day I got home and unpacked, so I don't need to do that today. So that was a present to future me, and future me is insanely grateful for that. The same way as I don't need to do the windows because I decided to do that the other day as well. So I changed my bed sheets last night, and I like to give the bedroom a dust after I change the bed sheets, which I do once a week. Because I find that changing the sheets creates an enormous amount of dust. I have seen videos where people change dust, then they change their sheets, and I'm just like, oh, how can you do that? Because all the dust that it creates, I don't understand it. So if someone can enlighten me, maybe, I mean, we're all entitled to do things our way, and that's fine. I just don't personally understand it. The insides of those tool cupboards, I did organise, mine and my husband's, the other day, and dust, so I don't need to do that today. So this room at the end of this will have had a good dusting. Same with those Kallax unit, the black boxes there. I took those out and wiped those out as well the other day, so I don't need to do that today. But everything else is now really dusty after a week of living and making beds, and I changed the sheets, so it all needs a good dust. Now, I find the best way to dust for me is to damp dust. So I just use glass cleaner because I don't like the smell of polish. I feel like it's not good for us to be breathing in lots of chemicals, and glass cleaner is primarily, I believe, alcohol based, which isn't going to be as harmful for us on our lungs as polish. So I don't use polish, but also I don't have like expensive posh oak wood furniture or anything that requires polish. So I feel like glass cleaner is a perfectly good thing to use for my surfaces, and it's a good all-rounder because then I can dust and I can clean the glass surfaces as well. So this is my husband's little corner and this is where he puts all of his stuff. He's got a mat on there, and that's where all of his odds and ends I put there. And then I'm like, once it gets too cluttered, I need you to find homes for these things, because my anxiety and my pickiness at wanting fairly clear surfaces can't handle like clutter being around without a home for too long. And as always with the marriage, you have to compromise. So he doesn't really mind clutter. I can't stand it. So we meet in the middle somewhere. And that's why we have boxes and things to put things away and hide things. 2 of these boxes have like clothes in for me and him that we are in the middle of wearing, and things that are too dirty to put back in the wardrobe but too clean to put in the wash. And then the other 2 are full of his books and his car magazines and things like that, things that I generally don't get involved with, but we'll just shove in boxes so that I don't have to look at it, basically. Then also on the side there, you can probably see between the picture frame and our Alexa, there's 2 little bits of artwork that Lily and Charlie have made out of like tissue boxes and things, which I think is just so sweet. So back onto dusting and keeping the dust at bay. Do you have any tips for keeping the dust at bay? I'd love to know, let me know. My only tip for keeping dust at bay is move out of your house and dust it regularly. But it is a job that I really loathe doing. So I find as long as the hoovering is done, the kitchen and bathroom are clean, that I will overlook the dust for as long as I can possibly manage. And then when I'm like, oh my goodness, I really do need to dust in here, I can't cope with it anymore, then I'll get the duster out and I will do it. But it's something that I'm not gonna not do something I want to do and prioritize like exercise or spending time with my family over doing the dusting, because I just don't think that is a very fun job. Basically, it's just a job I just don't like doing anymore. It's just something I can be doing without, quite frankly. It's just boring, you know, and I do enough dusting at work. I don't want to do it constantly when I'm at home as well. But I'm just pulling this box here. This houses all my shoes. It used to have all my bedding in it until we got our ottoman bed, which I cannot recommend enough. I love it. I have put so much under there. I do need to organise under my bed. I've said that before in my Unpack With Me video. I do need to organise under there because it is a real mess now. But I've moved the shoe box and I'm going to hoover and dust behind there. I am changing my filters because they're disgusting before I hoover and emptying my hoover. Now changing the filter, putting an empty hoover in, and everything is going to clean so much better now. Something I have just noticed while I'm doing this voiceover is that the first bit of this video is in double speed. I've sped up the clips, but the last bit you've been seeing was in real time. So I hope that's okay. Someone who was really pernickety might go and change it and do the voiceover all over again, but I can't. I do find voiceovers tricky. I find it much more natural to be in front of the camera just talking. But what I am doing now is, rather than doing a whole video, then having a whole voiceover to do, I'm doing each clip, then doing a voiceover. And I find that that's much easier for me to do because then I'm in the moment. So let me know, what do you think? Is this voiceover better than previous ones I've done? Because my cleaning videos don't tend to get a huge amount of views. However, I would like to change that because I do an awful lot of cleaning as a mum. So if you do like cleaning content, do let me know and I'll do more of it. I mean, I'm doing an autumn cleaning series. So, you know, I'm going to do that anyway, but I hope that you guys do enjoy it and, you know, clean along with me, or at least, you know, sit down with a cup of tea, relax and watch me clean. So I'm coming towards the end of cleaning my bedroom, and I really hope that you've enjoyed cleaning along with me, or just sitting down with a cup of tea and listening to the video. Let me know if you have enjoyed this format. Let me know if you've got any autumn deep cleaning on your list to do. It's felt really good to pull out my chest of drawers by my bed and clean behind there. I haven't pulled my husband's one out. I did dust behind it. I didn't hoover behind it because where we changed our bed recently, it was all hoovered and dusted behind there, so it's relatively clean. The big bulky bits of furniture, no chance, we can't pull those out. A lot of them are screwed to the wall actually, but we are planning on getting a built-in wardrobe built in our room eventually. So it'd be so nice to get rid of that horrible wardrobe that I've got, because it's just not big enough for all of our stuff and it doesn't look very nice in the room. But I do hope you've enjoyed this. Chat with me in the comments and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and then you won't miss any of the other videos that I have upcoming, and I'll hope to see you soon.